Hey, Coach Marcus here. Coach Erica, we got Coach Ricardo behind you. So today we're going to talk about the difference between high bar and low bar of squatting. So like always, we're going to take y'all through how you can do the high bar, and then we'll also demonstrate how to do a low bar. So just check out these key points and we'll get you through the exercises. So we'll be using the rack system today. So you notice that Erica has already preset the bar to where she wants it to be. So it's going to be right around chest height. That way when she slides up underneath the bar, we put at the top of her traps will be the high bar technique. Also, you notice that she also has the safety bars are up. They're important to have, so if you never squatted before, do not do it without it. Because if you were to have off balance, whatever, there's nothing there to help you to get that weight off of you. So set your safety racks so as you get to the bottom of your squat, it's not as far as down for that bar to go. Don't drop them to the floor, then you get in trouble and then you're trying to hope something will catch it. It's not. So she got it set to her height at the bottom of her squat. Barbell set at the chest height of her chest. So you're going to go ahead and have her slide underneath that bar. Now she gets here, we're going to have to take 2 steps back. 1, 2. Now we're going to check out her hand placement here. So she has a nice tight grip here. So what she's actually trying to do is bend that bar around her neck. That way the pressure goes down through her heels. She can keep her toes down, get you that tripod platform. And as she goes down, she'll push her knees outward, not allowing them to cave in. Perfect. Go ahead and go 3 more. 2. 1 more. Perfect. Go ahead and relax and re-rack. You notice within her movement, she got to the bottom of the squat, which is that 90-degree parallel. That's where her butt and her knees should be in a nice straight line. So if you're a little higher than that, think about getting a little lower. Her knees are always pushing out, and she kept nice control of the barbells. That means she's keeping the core tight. She takes a deep breath in, drop into her squat. She exhales as she pushes up to the ceiling. She never allow her head to look at the ceiling or the floor. Remember, as your eyes move, that's when you tend to fall with your body. So if you're looking towards the ceiling, a lot of people realize that weight and start to roll back on the shoulders. So keep a nice neutral head. If you remember Coach Ricardo talked about keeping that L platform between the chin and the top of your chest. What we're going to do next is we're going to add a little weight for Erica. So we got some 25s right here. So these are our clamps here. Here at Sam's we have these types, or just regular braces type. There are different types out there, so make sure you always put one on each side. Do not put both clamps on both sides because it's not going to help you. The purpose of the clamps is to help keep the weight in the center of the bar. A lot of people won't put clamps on them, and then eventually that weight will begin to wobble itself out, which will actually cause you to come unbalanced, and then accidents happen. So collars are necessary, especially here in Sam's. Strap them in. Now the weight is all centered. The bar is even. So as she does the same thing for her high bar, she'll get her hand placement, and then she'll shoot underneath the bar. Perfect. Feet nice and shoulder width. She'll take her 2 steps back, and she'll go for 3 reps. Perfect. Get 2 more. 1 more. Outstanding. Go ahead and re-rack. Nice, easy movement. You notice that she took her time. She dropped into her squat and came back out. She controlled the weight the whole time. If at any time you become dizzy, re-rack the weight. Yes. Do not hold your breath. If you want to meet the floor, hold your breath the whole time. Under every weight you got. But we hear about safety first, so don't do that. All right, now we're going to show you low bar technique. Well, Coach Ricardo will come up here for low bar. So a low bar technique, you notice how we sat on top of Erica's traps. As Ricardo slides up underneath the bar, you can see something a little different. Perfect, hold it right there. Now you notice that he's sitting right in the middle of those shoulder blades. He's actually pinning down. You'll feel like a little edge there on top of those shoulder blades. And you notice his hand grip is a little wider than Erica's is. That way, since he's sitting a little lower, it pushes the elbows out. His elbows are always pointing towards the ground. Go ahead and have to stand up with that for me. Go ahead and take it 2 steps back. Same platform as the high, but it's a little lower. He actually has great control, and he'll give you 3 reps for this. 2 more. Nice. And re-rack. Notice he kept a nice neutral head. The barbell still was bending around his body. If you watch his elbows, he's pulling that bar down. He has total control of that weight. So that's the main difference, that we're sitting at the top of the traps for the high bar. We're sitting right around the line of the shoulder blades for the low bar. And we're also going to show you something else that Ricardo has here. We'll show him the belt for me, sir. So if you get up in heavier weight, we recommend, well, it's an option. I guess it's a good thing, better way of saying it. There's options for different apparatus to help you, assist you. Now the purpose of the belt to help you build up the actual bracing. Here we go. Bracing within the core for your squat. It's not mainly meant for back support. It's there for bracing. So you actually breathe into the belt, not actually just breathing normally. So you're just a belly breathe. I have Ricardo put it on for you. So size the belt according to your size. So you don't want to get something too small. You're looking for something that gets at least 2 pulls through it. So you got a nice size belt right there. So ours is 2-prong, so make sure both prongs are in. I've seen people put 1 prong in and think that's good. No, the belt's actually uneven. That's why there's 2 holes in there. There's 2 holes to make sure you fill all the way through and get the tongue through the opposite side. Now, when Ricardo put that 1 finger down, he had that 1 finger gap for breathing. If you can stick 4 fingers in there, you might want to go another size down. So next we go ahead and add a little weight for him. So once again, he strapped the weight in nice and firmly with the clamps. His safety bars are set. He's ready to rock and roll. He'll go for 5 reps. Woo! Big dog. Watch his foot placement there again. Perfect. He'll stand up. He'll take his 2 steps back. Feet will go shoulder width. His knees are going to push out. His feet will go into the floor. Barbell goes around the back. There's 1. Watch as he brace. Drops into a squat. He exhales, it comes out. Perfect. There's 2. Nice. See? All the way through. Watch the movement. He has a perfect, pushing the hips back, dropping in. Last one for me, sir. All you, all day long. And re-rack. Watch as he re-rack. He steps into the rack all the way, and he settles down. Please do not get in the habit of just trying to lop it in there. Ricardo stepped all the way through the rack. The purpose is that in case you do miss it, you know no matter what, once it drops down, it drops into the cradle. You don't want to be on the edge, think you have it, and one side comes down. So if you get a chance, if you never squat before, or if you just want to try a different technique, if you're used to doing high bar, try low bar one day. Like always, start off with just the bar so you get used to the feel of it, and then progress the weight. If you've done low bar, try high bar. If you have back issues, things that might not give you that mobility, guys that have shoulder problems that can't reach all the way out there for that high bar, you might want to think about that low bar technique. That way it allows your arms to stride out a little further. Be careful of staying outside of the barbell. Some guys like to grab it out here around that collar. Be careful, it's not really recommended because you're outside the cradle. In case you miss it, you don't want to drive your hand into that cradle. It's a good way to lose a knuckle, some skin, a couple stitches. So yeah, that's mainly the big differences between a high bar and low bar. It really does come down to preferences and also how it feels. So find what's best. I think that's it. We'll see you guys.